Jossey Buthane, a well-known politician and former chairwoman of the EFF in Limpopo, has been charged with attempted murder after an unexpected development. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. According to the ANC's Peter Mokaba region, the arrest was made as a result of Sunday's violent altercations between ANC and EFF supporters in Juju Valley. Tensions between the two opposing groups have increased as a result of the event, which saw many people suffer serious injuries. The regional spokesman for the African National Congress, Adolphe Repetswa, reports that Buthane willingly turned himself in to the police earlier today. He is one of the people who was taken into custody and charged, Repetswa told the Polokwane Review Observer. Buthane is a well-known person in the political scene of the area. He made news lately when he publicly defected from the EFF to the ANC. His participation in the altercations has complicated an already unstable situation. During a political event in Juju Valley, a brawl broke out between supporters of opposing parties, resulting in a chaotic scene. Witnesses said that the altercation quickly got out of control, causing a great deal of property damage as well as a number of injuries. Both the ANC and the EFF have denounced the violence, urged calm, and urged their followers to avoid getting into any further altercations. Still, Buthane's arrest highlights the gravity of the situation and raises the possibility of further consequences as the inquiry goes on. Political emotions are running high in the run-up to the elections, making this event extremely sensitive. The battle for supremacy in the area is being waged by both factions, and the conflicts in Juju Valley have brought to light the long-standing hostilities. All eyes will be on the progress in the judicial procedures against Buthane to see how they affect the political landscape of Limpopo. The circumstances serve as a sobering reminder of the fierce rivalries and violent tendencies that may develop in the very sensitive environment of South African politics. Once again, it has been claimed that the president of South Africa has threatened a former ANC member who just switched parties in order to show his disapproval. Here's where we draw the line. We didn't join MK to be bullied by Cyril and the ANC. If the legal system takes away our ability to vote, the whole country will come to an abrupt stop. Nobody is going to vote. These courts must be careful, said the disobedient former ANC member, adding that this is our right, and we are the only MK party in the ballot. The statements coincide with escalating hostilities between the major opposition party and the governing African National Congress, ANC, in South Africa as political allegiances shift. The disgruntled member emphasized that everyone has the democratic right to freely choose their party membership without fear of retaliation or legal barriers. Critics claim that the recent exodus from the ANC to the opposition party demonstrates the growing discontent inside the organization. The unhappy former ANC member's statement sheds light on the unspoken tensions in politics and how they could influence voting behavior. Party chieftain President Cyrilramaphosa has not yet released an ANC comment on these specific charges. However, the African National Congress, ANC, stands by its stance, stating that they believe these kinds of shifts in leadership are a necessary part of living in a democracy. Politicians anticipate a fierce campaign season in which candidates from both main parties vie for the support of voters, particularly as the opposition party gains strength. The ex-ANC member's public reprimand highlights how unstable the nation's political coalitions are and how crucial it is to have respectful discussions before to the polls. We may anticipate hearing more vehement political rhetoric and seeing more deliberate actions in the next weeks as the opposition party makes its national debut. Political observers claim that members of the ANC in Mpumalanga are becoming more violent and unruly as they realize they may lose power in the next elections. The experts were responding to tidings that members of the governing party had physically assaulted the speaker of the Steve Tshwete municipality during a recent vote of no confidence against the mayor, Mlanishwa Masalila. A group that seemed to be ANC members approached Speaker Though Mathunyane in a video clip that the citizens saw, and they began cursing and pointing fingers at him. Some of them even shoved him. What enraged the members is unknown. Professor Saifo Seep, a political expert, said that the behavior is not surprising. Given that the ANC is predicted to lose more seats, violence is a risk that should not be discounted.